let's just talk about the opportunities. This is how I describe it to patients. In our practice, we've got something like 800 hypertensive patients who are well controlled. What do I expect from the average hypertensive patient in 1 year? I expect 2 blood pressure readings, 6 months apart. I expect a fasting blood test and a urinalysis. I expect a medication review, probably 2, but at least 1. And I expect the patient being told that everything's okay. So on average, the average hypertensive patient in my practice has to come and interact with a doctor, nurse or healthcare assistant 5 times in a year. At the moment, that means that that patient has to take 5 mornings or 5 afternoons off. Now out of the 5, how many do you think are absolutely necessary, where they have to take a morning or an afternoon off to come and see the doctor, or to come and see someone in the practice? Have a guess. How many get the blood test then if they don't go? 2? Which 2?
6 months for one, because you can do the others at the same time.
Alright, what happens at the 6 month though?
You do the blood pressure checks, you do all the things that you do, but you can do the blood sugars and all the things that you said. I'm not a medical person.
No, you're doing great, you're doing great, absolutely fantastic. You're right, except in our practice, we've now put a blood pressure machine in the waiting room. We've got plasma screens telling patients, come in and check your blood pressure on your own. So what I say to my patients is you don't need to book a 10-minute appointment to see a doctor or a nurse or a healthcare assistant. The surgery is open between 8:30 and 6. If you come in at 5 to 6, slide in, put your arm in there, check your blood pressure, get a printout, hand it in on the front desk. So out of the 5 that people come in for, there's only 1, the blood test, that they actually need to come into the surgery for and get an appointment. The rest of it can be done online, on the telephone, at some other time. That's convenient to the patient. Now, if you multiply the number of appointments by the 850 patients we've got with hypertension, that is a huge, massive step change in the way we improve the way we deliver care. If you start thinking about chronic disease management for your patients, I've got patients who are coming in and having a blood test done in the morning, and instead of being told to book in a week later to find their results, they're logging online that night because Jeff and the team have set up a system that allows the blood results to come online overnight. Great. If the results are normal, or if it's what the patient's expecting, they don't need to come anywhere near us. If it's abnormal, on the other hand, yeah, they will come in. I had a patient only last couple of days who came in with sudden painful joints everywhere. So I did blood tests for him. We've got a website that you'll see in your magazine that tells you what the results of the blood tests are. He had a full blood count, he had an ESR, he had a CRP, UNEs, LFTs, blood tests for the patients amongst you. He came in this morning to see me to say that, Dr. Hammond, I've come in, my ESR is raised, my CRP is raised, I know I've got active inflammation in my joints, what's the plan? Literally came through the door like that. And he wasn't anxious, he wasn't stressed. He'd already worked out that there's some kind of arthritis process going on. And what he now wanted to know is, what am I going to do with it next? That's completely different to a patient who comes in completely blasé and has no idea what to do. Records Access now gives us. And it actually strengthens the relationship that we have rather than weakening it. Sorry.